43 years ago, America's greatest moral leader was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. America mourned, America cried, because the dreamer died. The dreamer died, but his dream still lives. It lives in Memphis. It lives in Dallas. It lives in Atlanta. It lives in Philadelphia. It lives in Arkansas. It lives in New York City. And yes, it lives in Delaware. It lives in Delaware because his dream and vision of a beloved community is standing in the plaza today. The dream is alive because the vision and spirit of Walter Reuther, A. Philip Randolph, Thurgood Marshall, NAACP, SCLC, the Jewish community, red, yellow, black, and white, we are still precious in God's sight. Dr. King started a great movement. And I submit to you today that there's still some unfinished business. Whenever we have more kids in jail than we have going to college, we still have unfinished business. When we have workers' rights being assaulted, we still have unfinished business. When we have the Wisconsins and the Ohios being hostile to workers, attacking the middle class, there's still unfinished business. When we still have the underground culture of drugs, underemployment, unemployment, people turning on each other and not to each other, we still have unfinished business. But today in Delaware, we're going to do our part to make sure we take care of God's business. And God's business is that all who can work should work. God's business is not only should they work, not only should they have a job, but that job should be a career. Career means benefits. That means you have the money, the savings to send your kids to school. Unfinished business. And as long as we stay together, doesn't matter your name, your class, you live in the urban or the suburbs, we can walk together, children, don't get weary. Vote together, children, don't get weary. Fight together, children, don't get weary. Pray together, children, don't get weary. And after you pray, you got to get up off your knees and do something. Fight for your right. Fight for justice. Dr. King was more than a dreamer. You dream when you sleep. He was talking about America's promise. As long as Dr. King's dream is alive, we still have unfinished business. And the question is today, what are you going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to sit back and take it? Are we going to sit back and allow legislators to disrespect us? Are we going to sit back and say it's business as usual? It is not time to eat, drink, and be merry. We have to fight for our rights. We have to fight for justice. We have to fight for fairness. We have to fight for equality. We have to fight for what's right in the eyesight of God. And what's right in the eyesight of God is right for all people. Keep the dream alive. After you pray, get up and do something. God bless you. Keep fighting the good fight.